What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. I'm Charles Rashid. Today, I want to talk to you about Bitcoin versus real estate. A little bit about each, what I invest in, where I think the future is, and how much of my portfolio I invest in each. So first off, Bitcoin, it's kind of a hot topic these days. It is a digital currency. My biggest problem with Bitcoin is it's very, very volatile. You can't touch it, you can't feel it. A lot of places you can't spend money and buy things with it because it's not mainstream yet. So what I mean by volatile, the price of Bitcoin goes up and down depending on what other people feel about it. If they're bullish on it, it goes up. If they're bearish on it or negative about it, it goes down. One man or one country can change the price drastically. Elon Musk can say, yeah, I'm going to take it to buy Teslas, or China or other countries can say, we're going to accept it or we're not going to accept it. And because of that piece of information, the price skyrockets or plummets. One benefit of Bitcoin is you can actually mine it yourself. You can get a computer, you can have a software system set up and mine it yourself, which means that you can gain Bitcoin by setting up a computer for only the cost of the electric usage. So that's a positive. It is becoming more and more mainstream. I actually saw an ATM that you can convert Bitcoin to cash in a convenience store, a gas station in Charleston, West Virginia.
Say what?
So that's a big positive. When it comes to West Virginia, you know, it's becoming mainstream. And one other benefit of Bitcoin is it is peer-to-peer. So it takes out the middleman. There's no banks involved, no federal regulations. At least that's what they say. I think they can still track it, but that's another story. So Bitcoin, in my opinion, is still high risk. I think in the next 10 to 20 years, it is going to become mainstream. And I do have a little bit invested in it, about 1 or 2% of my portfolio. Let's talk about real estate a little bit. Brick and mortar real estate, land with buildings on them, apartment buildings, office buildings, shopping centers, your home. Real estate is tried and true. It's tangible. You can touch it and feel it. Every person on the planet needs shelter, and they're not making any more of it. My favorite part about real estate is you can leverage it. If you go buy a $100,000 house, the bank is going to loan you between 95 and 75% of that $100,000. So you can control a piece of property with between 5 and 25% cash. That is a huge advantage, leverage. So the other great thing about real estate is someone else may want to live there and rent it from you and pay you rent monthly. So in the $100,000 scenario, you put $20,000 down. You rent this house for $1,200 a month. You got a $600 payment. You got insurance and taxes and some maintenance. And let's say you got $300 left at the end of every month that you're receiving in cash flow. That's one of my favorite reasons to invest in real estate. The second is depreciation. The IRS allows us to depreciate the value of the property, so we pay less in taxes at the end of the year when you own real estate. Secondly, it can appreciate. We're not making any more land. It is a finite amount. So the value over time increases with inflation. It might be, I think it's on average about 2.5%, 3% increase every year. Of course, there's bubbles and there's drops, but not nearly as drastically as Bitcoin. The other positive about real estate is that it is, when you need cash, you can always go refinance it. If it goes up in value, you go to the bank, you get an appraisal, and you refinance it at 80% of the appraised value, you pull out your equity. and start the process over and over. The negative sides are it does need managed. There is maintenance. And you do have to make that payment. If you have a property that's sitting vacant or vacant land, then it can be a drain on your cash flow. I invest in both, but from an early age, I started looking at who in this world are the wealthiest people and what do they invest in. And for the most part, average, ordinary people have made their fortunes investing in real estate. And so I have the vast majority of my investments in real estate. I do invest in Bitcoin, but it's a very, very small percentage, 1 to 2%. I do think in the next 10 to 20 years, it's going to become mainstream and it will become much more popular and more stable. And you'll be able to use it as an exchange for currency and buying things that you want. That's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel, like this channel, and share it. Any comments, any topics you want to talk about in the future, please put them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.